Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for the awesome introduction. It definitely feels good to be introduced with details of what I have been doing. Well, you may think, well, everybody's been introduced that way today. Isn't it very normal? You get introduced with details of what you've been doing. Not really. There was a point of time in my life when my primary identity was that of a mother. I did not find anything wrong with it until a friend of mine visited me. She was from my college days. Being the enthusiastic mom that I was, I had to say so many things about my child. I think I just went overboard. She whisked me away from my home and she said, okay, this is going to be girls' time. We were catching up on old times, and then suddenly she asked me a question that woke me up, a question that made me realize that something was missing. It was a very simple question. She just asked me, Neela, so what's next? What are your plans? My answer to her question immediately was, I'm looking out for good schools for my son. And as I was answering this question, I realized she was not asking me what plans I had for my son, but she was asking me what my plans are. Honestly, I did not have an answer to her question. I just drew a blank. That night, when I looked into the mirror, I saw a person very different. I could hardly recognize her. That was not a happy feeling. It was that moment I realized that I will always adore my son. He will always be the center of my universe. But it is important for me to pursue my dreams, to create an identity for myself, to get in touch with the woman that I was before I became a mom. So what is it that happens emotionally when a woman becomes a mom? I'm going to share with you an interesting analysis by a blogger called Shannon Lell, and I completely agree with her. So she does an analysis on Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory. So the basic needs are all about seeking for survival and security. When these needs are adequately met, there is a motivation to seek for love and self-esteem. And when all these needs are met, you reach the top of the pyramid, the pinnacle of human development, the ultimate thing that each one of us is looking for, which is self-actualization. Now she interpolates the definition of self-actualization to finding a sense of purpose and meaning in one's life. When a new child is born, and when the mom looks at the child for the first time eye to eye, the happiness that she sees, the happiness that she feels cannot be put down in words. But at the same time, Shannon observes that her balance gets disturbed at various levels. For example, let's look at the basic needs, the physiological needs: food, water, shelter, sleep. She is sleep deprived. She can eat or drink only around when her baby allows her to do so. This is a time when she goes about adjusting, learning, observing. She hardly finds time. She has no time for herself. She has no time for her friends, not even for her Prince Charming dear husband who just got demoted from her center of universe position. The new responsibilities seem overwhelming. At this point of time, the only thing that is going on in her head is, I have this precious life in my hand. How am I going to take care of this little one? Am I doing the right things? So this phase lasts just for a few months. It takes about 6 months to 1 year for her to get used and to come to terms with the new roles and responsibilities. And when she does, it is a good time for her to sit and analyze, does she want to be a stay-at-home mom, or does she want to get back to work? No matter what the decision is, it is definitely a good time to relook at her goals. Now, just before she became a mom, she might have had a little more ambitious goals. So now revisit your goals, realign your goals, keeping in mind your new roles and responsibilities. Write down your priorities. Create a plan to see to that they can coexist. Of course, you will have to make some compromises, but that's okay. At least there is a purpose or a goal. But why is goal so important in life? In 1963 in the US, a psychologist named Betty Friedan, she was perplexed by an unusual mental condition that a lot of women were found having. Women, they complained of depression, inability to focus. They were bursting into tears without any reason. They were clearly unhappy. But when she looked at the case studies, she realized that they almost had everything. They had secure marriages, they had children, they had financial security, they were part of large social networks. Also, the study revealed that most of these women had at least 1 or 2 years of college education before they decided to get married and have children. So she was completely confused. Why this collective depression among women? And then finally, she found answer. The answer was identity crisis. Today's women, they are much more educated. The opportunities to them are much more. Look at their exposure. They are widely networked. They have always grown up with goals and dreams. It is when the pursuit of these dreams get challenged that they find that their balance gets disturbed and they face a crisis. It is around this premise, and based on my own experience and interaction with other moms, I created an online community exclusively for moms. Why online? So most of these moms, of course, I'm a digital media expert and I have an allegiance to that. The second thing is, I was looking at these moms, a huge chunk of moms, who are from the cities, very well educated, and they spend considerable amount of time later in the evenings to unwind themselves when the whole house has shut down. So what did I want this community to do? The first and primary goal was to act as an emotional anchorage. Moms go through emotional highs and lows. The best person who would empathize and sympathize with them will be another mom. So I wanted this forum to act as a place where they can vent out their feelings, they can share their problems, they can hear solutions from other moms who have already been there. Or at the least, at the end of the day, they feel that somebody has heard them. The second important thing that I wanted the community to do is to empower women by making information accessible to them. What is the information that a mom is looking for? She is always on the lookout for information for her children or to take care of her family. So basically, she is always on the lookout for good medical centers or a good activity center, which is a good school. So we encourage moms to share their reviews and their ratings in the online site. Of course, the World Wide Web is always there. If you're going to Google up and if you're going to see, you're going to find the names of all these. But when it comes as a recommendation from another mom, especially from a closed community, it carries much more weightage and you feel much more confident. There are also other information. What we do is there are a lot of subject experts. There are a lot of moms who are on sabbaticals and who are waiting for an opportunity to be able to express their subject knowledge. So we invite them to write articles for our websites, and these articles are promoted on our social media network. So what happens is the other moms, the larger audience, also benefit by reading them. The third thing that we do, that I emphasize, is the me time. I request every mom in the community to spend some time on herself, to invest at least half an hour to 1 hour on herself. This could be a guilt-free TV viewing or just book reading, anything, but just that would relax her, that would rejuvenate her, that would help her to have a smile the next day when she wakes up. The fourth thing is events. Events form a very important part of the community. The moms find it very useful as a great place to come and network with other moms, to put faces to the names with whom they have been socializing online. There are different types of events that we do. We do empowerment events and entertaining events. The empowerment events, that includes workshops. It can range from self-defense workshops to cookery workshops. We also did a Mom Achievers Summit last year, and we plan on doing it annually. So what happens is we invite mom achievers, basically CXOs, mom entrepreneurs, who have already treaded the path elegantly and successfully, to come and talk to the larger audience. The audience, again moms, they went back home inspired. Not just inspired, but with the confidence that they can do it as well. The next type of events that we do is entertainment events. Moms need a lot of pampering. I mean, they do a lot of hard work for you in the house. So they need a lot of pampering. So once in 3 months, we do events which are pampering in nature, where we give them a lot of importance, we keep them happy. There is also another type of event that we conceived, which was well received by moms, which is a regional mom meet. So moms from a particular region, we just say, okay, moms from one particular state, raise your hands. And then they just come forward. They've not met before, but they just form a new, fresh team. And they put together a morning event for the rest of the moms. So that event is filled with fun, laughter, and lots of colors. And more importantly, the moms who have just staged their performance, they get a sense of accomplishment. The next thing is, we always stress upon is financial security. We keep urging our moms to take part in the financial planning of the house, to be aware of what is happening financially in the house. We want them to be financially smart. We want them to stash away some money which can act as a retirement fund, or it can just come and help them on a rainy day. Now, 3 eventualities. It can happen any day to anyone. The death of a spouse, divorce, or poverty. Now, if that happens, what does she do? There have been instances where moms have been, where a wife just gets pushed out of the house and she does not know what to do next. So we keep sending out articles, just to inform them, just to keep them prepared. So we keep emphasizing on the financial security, and we keep urging them to be financially aware. There are also a lot of articles posted in the community for this reason. We also encourage moms to participate in community activities and politics. The community as a whole is intolerant towards violence against women. We have done peaceful rallies, we've done flash mobs, we've done very interesting things to create awareness in the public. Now, these moms, again, are well-to-do moms, so they always are in a position and they always have a need. They want to help people. So we do a lot of charity auctions, raising money for charity organizations. During elections, we also got in touch with a lot of political parties, and we posted messages on behalf of each of the political party, and we encouraged moms to talk about politics as well in the community. So as a community, we realized that we can do a lot. There's a lot of potential in it. What we also realized is that we've been able to move forward much faster than we could have if we had done individually. And that was only because we inspire each other, we support each other, we cheer for each other. Before I end my talk, I would like to leave some thoughts with you. Mommyhood is a role, it is a relationship. It is a part of you, it's a beautiful part of you, but remember, there is more to you. We urge every mom to get in touch with the woman that she was before she became a mom. Pursue your dreams. Create an identity for yourself. Do not wait for things to happen. Take control of it and make things happen. Do not wait for people to extend support. Ask for help. You deserve it, because only a happy mom can make a happy family and in turn a more progressive society. Thank you.